Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be in the world. This is Dragon's Blood. By the way, I just lit it. I want to thank you for stopping by Healing Inner Child Wounds Conversations with Z. I'm Rita or Zuri BB, as everybody knows me by. A lot of people know me by. I didn't intend on coming on tonight, but I came in here to do my own moon energy work. And a message came up for me that was very important. Plus it's Sunday and I do the inner child reading, and I didn't do the inner child. I did just moon energy work. So when I do this reading tonight, is I'm included. I'm always included in the collective, but I didn't look at my inner child, how my inner child was being affected by this moon. I did some other kind of work. What I have playing in the background is Aura Energy Shield, Violet Flames, Higher Power Meditation music. I don't know if you all looked at that other reading. I was trying to do that guided meditation, and there was some weird stuff going on. And I did do it again, but it still was something weird going on. I don't know. It was weird. But I don't know. I'm pulling up something on my screen. Um, a while ago, I always find things and I save it. And so I'm going to read it now. And this was years ago. I probably have the date that I saved it. But whenever I read something that I think is really important, I type it in my notes and I save it. But it was for I should have had this ready before I even got started, but I didn't know I was going to actually pull this up. But it is maybe I did save it. Hold on. I think I did. Pin it. Let's see. Sorry about the quietness. I was not intending to do this. Oh wow, maybe I didn't. But it was a saying, a daily meditation, saying that you have control over your life and that nothing has the ability to take you away from that. If I find it, I hate when that happens. I should have screenshotted it and then I could have just pulled it up. But there are things that we need to speak over our life, over our day, every day. And this was just something like that. I'll find it later. It's funny that I can't find it now, whereas before I was speaking it over myself. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Wasted too much time on that. Anyway, like I said, I would like to thank. I have new people. I looked and my subscriber list has gone higher. I'm really grateful and appreciative of the people who have clicked the channel to come on with this collective with us. I talk about a lot of stuff. I'm a regular person just like you all, but then I have my quirks just like we all do. I'm going to ask for protection. I want to thank the divine for this day, especially this new moon. This is probably a new moon reading. I have moon. Well, it's 3 cards dealing with the moon. We'll get to that. But I would like to thank the divine for being with us. I would like the divine to burn off any negative energies that may come to thwart us, make us betray ourselves or betray others in any way, shape, or form. I want the angels to come and cover us wing to wing, top of our head, soles of our feet. Then cover us with the white light of protection and extend it in every direction. Top of our head, soles of our feet, left, right, front, back, and extend it 20 feet. And because we know that our body in this lifetime is the vehicle for our souls, we're asking for another layer of protection. Top of our head, soles of our feet, left, right, front, back, and extended it 200 feet. Now the divine is with us. The angels are with us. The archangels are with us. The ascended masters are with us. Our ancestors, the aliens, our shadows, our inner child, our spirit guide teams. We're asking for everybody of the light to be with us. Anybody that, other than our shadow, that is of the dark, we are casting, and whatever they're trying to put in here, we're returning it to sender. Not out of malice, because we don't want to have to clear up that karma, but we are returning it back to sender. We are here to heal ourselves, better ourselves, and our bloodline. We're here to make this place a better place. We don't want our ancestors coming to deal with the crap that we've already dealt with, and we want to help clear up what the past has already dealt with, because a lot of us are carrying karma that is not ours. It is said, it is so is done. Now I'm probably going to do 2 more readings after this, but I'm going to, I didn't pull out I'll use that one. I didn't have a deck, tarot deck. There's 2 here. I'll use that one. It's being here right now, so that's good. But I'm only gonna, I want to pull out, since I have all these other cards out, all these other decks out here, I only want one inner child message to help us focus on something, because a lot of people do crazy stuff. You know, they try to send negative stuff to us on these nights. And so I'm going to deal with that issue. From there. I've noticed as I use these cards, it's easier to shuffle them. Because I didn't, before I started doing this, it was hard to shuffle this deck. Getting better with the deck. There's the cards. They were in reverse. I'm glad I turned them over. Okay, so can I have 1 card? That's 2. I'm not taking it. The Emperor's New Clothes. This is a Divine Masculine reading. The Emperor. Okay, and on the bottom, 7 of Crystals, 7 Pentacles. So somebody's investing, I won't say what I was about to say. Let me pull I'm prepared. I got the deck out now, so I can talk about it. This is masculine energy, and I'll read it. The Emperor is building and constructing, qualities associated with 4, based on his desire to attain earthly power. This desire is a component within each of us, and it must be complemented by the creative blessing of the Empress. The harvest of life is actualized in accordance with natural laws. Let me turn this down because it sounds like it's a little loud. There we go. The harvest of life is actualized in accordance with natural laws, not the political, expedient, and man-made laws belonging to the realm of the Emperor. A danger is indicated by this card if the Emperor has lost touch with the nurturing presence of Mother Goose, the Empress. It is always the Mother Goose who brings balance, peace, and beauty to the Emperor on his throne, who represents the power of the material world and the resources accumulated from the four corners of the globe. When the Emperor becomes greedy, unaware of his surroundings, blind to the folly of his self-centered ways, he becomes a dangerously foolish representation of humanity. The fable, The Emperor's New Clothes, is a primary example of this foolhardiness. The Emperor or Earth Father is seen without his new clothing, symbolizing the material world, because he has lost touch with reality, thanks to two cunning tailors anxious to swindle the great monetary rewards from the Emperor's coffers. A child with wisdom, a pure heart, and innocence, points to the Emperor and awakens the people to this travesty and embarrassment. The child stands for the unconditional part of the soul that still reveals the truth and order in accordance with nature. When the Emperor is in alignment with the Empress, there is the potential for grounding cosmic power was that, and spirituality of the highest order, for the polar opposites of male and female become harmonized and work in cooperation. Both of these polarities live within each of us. It is in accordance with the divinity of humanity to cherish and honor both parties. This has not happened for the last 2,000 to 3,000 years. Clarification. It is important to note that the Empress, or the Mother Goose, precedes the Emperor in the fool's journey of self-actualization through the major arcana. In early Asiatic civilizations, kingship depended on the choice of women. Marriage with the earthly representation of the goddess in the form of a queen was essential to the position of kingship. This was the original meaning of holy matrimony. An intermarriage with the receptive female energy, number 3, the earth spiral, is necessary for the ordered male side, number 4, constructive power, to produce law based on wisdom and love in the universe. When this card appears in your reading, realize that we build upon the past. We move toward the future from the wisdom we have gained. The Empress is the wisdom of life. The Emperor is the application of that wisdom in the attempt to create a better world. The Emperor stands for the limitations of time in the realms of order and mechanical law. He can symbolize blindness, foolish behavior, self-destructive tendencies, or the sudden awakening to the unity of grace and spiritual treasures buried within the material world. Now, what I want to say about this is that somebody could have been in a family where this emperor was, bound by these negative energies, or this could be how your inner child is explaining what has happened to you. We'll get into it because I'm going to pull this card out. But what I do no, I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to go into this workbook so that we can ask ourselves questions. And the questions are: as I embody my ability to create abundance and power in the world, what new foundation am I building within my life? Am I awake and willing to examine the truth of world affairs and political agendas, even if my questioning prompts me to look into my own use of power, monetary security, and comfort? What does true authority look like to me? And here's an affirmation for you. My ability to discern the difference between the illusion of power and true empowerment has become keen and integral. I detach myself from the veil of illusions that haunts the material world. So somebody may be coming, well, we'll see. maybe coming to the understanding that they need to stop looking at the material world. Now, what I will, we'll go to these crystals real quick. I'll see what's going on here. Let's see. Okay, I'll read it and then we'll keep going. The lighting of a candle is a symbolic gesture. It represents a time to usher in the illumination of the soul. The winter solstice is a sacred turning point of the year and often occurs close to the Hebrew festival of lights known as the Hanukkah. Anyway, it's either Hanukkah or Chanukah. It's not being disrespectful for people who practice this. I don't. At the solstice, there is prayer and celebration honoring the sun's rebirth and the new dawning of the higher self. At this time, one can move away from isolation or darkness, where the spiritual seeds are sown, toward light and unity, where the flowers of wisdom can blossom. The young gnome girl in this card is creating a sanctuary for herself, a place where she can go within and seek inner peace, clarity, and vision. She is experiencing a period of contemplation in which she can reach into the depths of her personal knowledge in order to weave truth and wisdom into light. Inner transformation is presented by the rainbow carpet on which she kneels. The 7 candles are like a menorah. They symbolize the lamps or guides that help illuminate the process. A time of waiting or rest is offered to you. Let these candle lights reflect the brilliance of your inner journey. Find your own attunement and trust that all is well. Patience is a cardinal virtue. This may be a time to pause or a phase when you are rebuilding strength for your next adventure or awareness in life. Be still and let the inner truth be revealed. So that's what this Emperor is doing. Now, let's find out why. Let's find out why the Emperor is doing this. Move this up here. This is where it's going to get interesting. And well, we'll keep it moving and go. All right. So why is this Emperor deciding to go within and look at things? What is his inner child telling him he needs to do? Couple fell out. Oh, I had the deck upside down. I'm going to flip it. Wait, maybe not. Oh, no. Let me put it back. Okay. Okay, all right. He's trying to come out. He's surrounded by parasites. There's some kind of... People are feeding off of him. He's trying to end this cycle, and it's ended. It's in reverse. And because it's in reverse, he's coming out of this peaceful among thorns. He's not even around the thorns anymore. And this is a 2 and a 6. So 2 is High Priestess energy. And 6 is, I got my little cheat sheet over here that I use. Don't judge me. Let me find it. Find what I need. Oh, 6 is Lovers. Ha ha ha. He's making decisions. So people were making the decisions for him in this side. Now he's coming out of that. He's making his own decisions. And that's an 8. 8 is strength. And I want to make sure I'm telling y'all the right thing. Yep. 8 is the strength card. So this Emperor is gaining his strength to come out of this. And he's using the Magician. And what's 9 then? I mean, see, now that I ask these questions, I act like I don't know these numbers. He's gone within. 9 is the Hermit. He had when he was in the upright, people were sucking him dry because they were manifesting off of him. Now that he's reversed it, he can manifest because he's gone within. He's gone within, and because he's gone within, he can get rid of this. He can be peaceful, and he don't have to be around the thorns if he doesn't want to be. And I won't say that. This is in reverse. Triumph of lies. He knows about the lies. Because that 1 is there, that's the Magician. He knows. He's manifesting some stuff. And he's manifesting the truth because he's understand that, and now that he's finding out these things, he's in this gilded regret. It's in the upright. He's in this gilded regret because that's a 5. It's been a lot of things coming towards him. A lot of people interfering. A lot of people playing mind games, keeping him mentally sad. It's just a whole bunch of stuff going on. Whole bunch of stuff. But he's coming to the realization, this inner child message is saying, okay, you're coming out of all of this stuff, which is really amazing, which is really good. Excuse me. Now, because this, and this could be, you could be, Emperor can be masculine or feminine. You can be a female emperor or you can be a masculine emperor. Now that you're coming out of this energy, here are messages coming for you in the night, because this is the full moon. Full moon in Leo. Turning it over because it was in reverse. Somebody's achieving some things. Now, can I have a message? Now that this masculine inner child is telling him some things, telling them that the things that were done to him were taking away his chance to make changes, because they were sucking him dry. And he was negatively influenced by people and things. Inner child. This could be past, present, or past as your actual child, or this can be currently what's going on. Okay, 2 cards came out. Because you are getting out of the you're being peaceful among thorns, because you've left that alone. You've made the intention to get out of that energy because you're your focus has changed on accepting what was and now making the plans to move forward. And you're accepting that you were lied to. What is this triumph of lies? What is this? What is this energy? Triumph of lies. What is this? Oh wow, okay. Because you're focusing on the triumph of lies, you have the opportunity to gain the truth and understand what really has gone on to hurt you and how you've been influenced. So, because now that you understand that people were sucking you dry and affected your ability to take chances, What's the message for that? Now you can go toward your passion. If you notice, all the other cards were dark, and now there's some color coming into light, and then there's all these stars here. And this could be them going toward their North Star, going toward their North Node. And this is pink is part of love, feminine energy. Well, it's just softening their heart, softening their sacral as well, because I see red as well. This is allowing you to restore what was done, taken away, done to you. So now that you have released that peaceful amount of thorns, because you're focusing on things, focusing and making an intention to focus, because you're getting freedom. Can I have a map? There we go. This is an achievement. Oh wait, 2 cards. Yep. You're achieving things now. You're going to be able to do that because you have gotten rid of the thorns in your life, and you're understanding some things because you're awakening. During this moon cycle, a lot of people are waking up to what's been done to them. A lot of people. And what is this opportunity going to afford you? And I need to move that other card over. I was just told. Yeah, you're understanding whatever it is. By you getting rid of the thorns, you're achieving knowledge, freedom. Okay, so now that this opportunity is going to help you understand how is that going to affect you. Can't make this shit up. It's going to allow you to transform. A lot of people are transforming, and you're becoming aware. A lot of people are becoming aware of what has been done, because what was done in your inner child is telling you that a lot of things were done to keep you in this regret mode, not moving toward what you want to be toward, not moving toward your true divinity, your true life, your true path, whatever it was you were supposed to be working towards. A lot of people as a child were pushing you toward their own agenda, and it's affected you now as an adult, and now a lot of adults are now understanding how they were affected. Now I'm pulling out the Moonology cards. I shuffled these already. I'm going to pull a few. A lot of emotions are running high, because when you start waking up, people get scared because you are moving away from them, out of their control. And so a lot of things, that's why these moon, they say people do stuff under the moon cycle, because they're trying to rein you back in under their control. Okay, come on. Can I have a message? Okay. Oh no, I'm not taking those, because that was not. Like I said, people are upset that people are learning how to take their power back. I'll take them. Look at the big picture. You're being told to look at the big picture. A new start is coming. Can't make this shit up. This is a new... Can't make it up. This is a new moon. This new moon is in Leo. And expect a powerful change. Work through your fears. A lot of people kept you in, they did that to keep you in regret. So by looking into the big picture, what's the big picture? No, we're not doing all of that. by looking into the big picture, you're going to make some adjustments, okay? You need to rethink, replan, because like it says, a new moon, you have to wipe the slate. You're literally trying to clear up a lot of things that have been done to you that has controlled you as an emperor. This emperor wasn't in control of his life. Somebody else was controlling him. Time to release the negativity. Can't make this up. Okay. Be bold and make the first move. Yep. Time for you. And that came right under the new moon. Your commitment is being tested. Your commitment is being tested to yourself, not to somebody else, to you, because other people were siphoning off of you, stealing your energy, using your energy for their own benefit. Now you're being told to do this for yourself. So a lot of people want to create doubt for you, so that if they can see that you're doubting something, they can come in and redo some stuff. They want you back and regret, saying, well, make you go backwards. Expect powerful change. Expect powerful change. Come on. Yep. A time for healing. This change is going to come as you heal yourself. Believe in the impossible. A lot of people did not expect you all to make these changes. Because a lot of you, emperors are normally in control of their lives. They have things in order. They've created stability, and they know their life is stable. But for some reason, this one has been controlled. People are siphoned. He thinks he has control, but he doesn't. Let's see what this is about. Look at that. Cards were upside down. Somebody's on the path. They're looking in the mirror. Can I have a message? Okay. You're being told to trust, and that's a 32, which is a 5. High Priestess and Empress energy. Yeah, you're going to go through extremes, hot and cold. That's a 5. That's a 7, a 3, and a 4. Empress and Emperor energies. So you're balancing out your masculine and feminine energies so that you can balance out and take control of your life. And can't make this shit up. It's the masculine. This is a divine masculine reading. The divine masculine's going through this. And there's something about creation. Trying to create. He's creating his new journey. So what is this trust? Trust as you heal yourself, abundance will come your way. And abundance is earth, is a pentacle, anything on it. Could be money, but it could be health, it could be ideas, it could be all kind of other things. Somebody's on, because they're going on their path. And this extremes. What is it with these extremes? It's in reverse. Be careful, because you want to be this way. It's kind of ugly right now. The extremes are kind of weird right now. You're going through, and this was a 20. 2s are making decisions. taking paths. It's just a lot. High priestess energy. Go within. There's a hunger to change. And there's a hunger to get you, there's a hunger from the negative people to get you to go back under their control as well. Because there's that wolf. Masculine. The masculine. Two cards fell out and I'm going to leave it at that. So, divine masculine, you need to focus. Focus on what gives you pleasure. Not what gives these other people pleasure. You're going to manifest your stability, 1 and a 4. And you're going to move forward, 1 and 8. 8 is hermit, go within. Strength. 1 and 8, you're going to manifest, or you, as the magician, you're going to push forward and do what makes you happy. You have a hunger to do that. Because you haven't had that opportunity to do so. People have been, can't make this shit up. You've been juggling. You've been juggling. Okay, okay, I'll take it. This has been going on since you were a child. You've been manipulated emotionally since you were a child. There it is. Your decisions, even your decisions on who you were dating as an adult, but you've been manipulated by your partners. Yeah. Whoa. But now, you're looking off for your ships to come to you. And a lot of people are in their head about this. They are scared. Can I have a message on the 2 of Pentacles, please? You're deciding not to be stuck. Anything else with that? You're taking action. This is 2 of Wands energy. You're making the decision. That's another 2. 2, 2. You're getting grounded. You're getting grounded because you had a lot of people around you that were deceitful. And if you haven't been to my channel, you've been poisoned. You got roaches coming out of the food. There's your look. Heartbreak. And you're putting this to rest. You're putting the heartbreak and the deceitfulness to rest with this person. Because I said it was dating. So whoever you've been dating has been doing this. And that's interesting how this happened like this. Okay. So I just said that you were being manipulated since as a child. But now here's the Emperor again. Now you're an adult. So now that you understand what's been going on to you toward as a child, you need to get grounded. Men can take spiritual baths too, and if you don't want to take the baths, go out into the earth, hug a tree, plant some flowers, play in the dirt, something, whatever it is that helps you ground, because this will help you get back into your own control of your life. 9 of Pentacles, self-sufficiency. You are protected. There are going to be lots of people coming at you, but you're protected. Can I have a message for the courting? 2 cards fell out. These people that you were dating with, they didn't want you to use, I do talk about this. Her eyes are dotted out because she wasn't using her spiritual eyes. The people you were dating were making sure that you could not go within and get in tune with you. They made sure that they were in control. But now the wheel of fortune is changing. I like Aunt Caroline. She's coming in to help you. This is an ancestor. And as she comes in, you're going to learn how to do something here on the earth, pentacle-wise. You're going to learn something. I'm going to pull one more. And there it is. The Magician. You're going to learn how to create your own stuff. Your own stability. Whereas people are sucking you dry. And when you do that, then you will balance out. Here's the Empress. Can't make this shit up. You're going to balance out and become the Empress. The Emperor is already out here. The Empress is on the bottom. So you're working toward balancing yourself out. So the 3, what's coming towards you as 3 of Sticks. You're going to go within as the Hermit. What else? Can I have a message? Can I have it? There we go. And as you go within, this is your inner child. You're going to go within. Your inner child is going to talk to you. On the bottom is the this is the Emperor. This is the High Priest. You're going to learn about what was going on in your family. Let me see. I want to say something. You're going to learn about traditions. You might have been the one that was sold out. Probably were. If you come into my channel, you were the one that was sold out. And they were all... He's a witch doctor. Let me just make it plain. This all kind of voodoo, hoodoo, whatever you want to talk about, it spells, whatever. Were done. Things were done to keep you in a state of control. They want you to be abundant because they can siphon off of you, but you were controlled. Okay. Can I have one more card? There we go. Well, okay. Well, you got the Justice card. There's going to be some justice about this foolishness that was going on. And the justice will allow you to balance out yourself. This is Sagittarius. I didn't talk about the signs. But this is Sagittarius energy where you're going to balance out your energies, your emotions. And this is one of my favorite cards in the deck. You're going to gain clarity. And I like this card because he broke all the clocks. He was like, time is up. Whatever you was doing in the past, we're done. And if you know anything about time, there's no such thing as time. But anyway, let's keep going. I won't even get into that. But this person is saying, whatever that was, because it's a cycle. Whatever you doing in that cycle, that period, we're done. We're done with that. I'm moving toward my own goals. I'm moving toward my own desires. I'm aware and I'm awake and I can see what you've been doing. So I'm going to restore what was taken from me by your influence. People are going to have to accept that. That's what's going on. I'm going to end this in this reading right here, because I do have to do some more messages. But under the moon, this is the inner child message. Under this new moon in Leo, people are waking up and they're understanding what has been done to them, and they'll be able to move forward. I'm going to leave it at that. I want to thank you all for stopping by Healing Inner Child Wound Conversations with Z. I'm hoping that however you need to heal yourself, there's things here that you need to do. The questions were given for you to take into consideration, and if you don't like those questions, you have your own. You know where you need what guidance needs to take place. So again, thank you for coming by my channel, observing, listening, and if you can, share it. Share the messages, because I'm sure there are other people that need to hear these messages as well. You all take care. Heal yourself. If you need to take those baths or get grounded under this cycle, do so. Peace.